The Y on the mountain is visible from miles away, welcoming you to Provo, home of Brigham Young University. For more than 30,000 students like me who live and study here, BYU is more than just a school, it's our home. There's no campus quite like BYU. It has the same feel of a small liberal arts college, along with all the same opportunities you have at a major university, all within a religious environment. I mean, there's so much to love about this place. Let's take a look around. So what Utah school ranks as a top-tier national university, a best value school, and a Money Magazine top 10? These are just a few of BYU's impressive national rankings. BYU is recognized for offering an exceptional undergraduate experience. The university has 10 colleges that offer undergraduate and graduate programs, including 2 prestigious professional schools. The nationally ranked J. Reuben Clark Law School was recently named Best Value Private Law School. And the highly respected Marriott School of Management has top 10 undergraduate and graduate programs. All across campus, undergraduate BYU students can be part of a multi-million-dollar student mentoring program. A BYU education is about more than classroom learning. Whether they are conducting field research, working on an engineering team, or directing a film, students here get hands-on experiences and active learning opportunities.
We need to provide an education that allows our students not just to learn new things and to experience spiritual insights, but to become different, better people.
It's really great to live in a place where others respect your beliefs and share your values. BYU is sponsored by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and Christian teachings are central to campus life. All faculty and students here commit to living the honor code and to living with integrity and character. So grab a chocolate milk and toast to the university that's proud to be at the top of the list of stone cold sober schools. Cheers! It's good, it's good. BYU is located at the base of the Wasatch Mountain Range, and this beautiful campus has something for everyone. Did you know that the Harold B. Lee Library is ranked as one of the best college libraries in the country? From art and science museums, to BYU broadcasting, to labs and high-tech facilities, the BYU campus is truly a world-class educational environment. For students who enjoy the performing arts, BYU's award-winning performing groups share music, dance, and culture not only here on campus, but also internationally. One of the university's mottos is "The world is our campus." Did you know that BYU teaches more than 60 languages and 2/3 of BYU students speak a second language? Muitos dos estudantes, como eu, aprenderam a falar uma segunda língua enquanto serviram numa missão pela Igreja Sud. BYU also has one of the largest study abroad programs in the nation, with programs in 55 countries. The university also has major international centers in London and in Jerusalem. BYU is not only about academics, it's also about having fun and enjoying life. On campus, students can enjoy a variety of activities, from comedy performances to concerts and more. The Wasatch Mountains draw visitors from all over the world in every season. The Provo area also has a progressive music scene, rooftop concerts, and other events that celebrate life and culture. From Olympians to All-Americans and national champions, BYU's athletic legacy gives us all a reason to rise and shout. This is an elite program. BYU student athletes on 21 men's and women's teams compete at the highest levels in Division I NCAA sports. BYU football is one of the country's legendary winning programs with devoted fans worldwide. Nothing beats spending time with 64,000 of your closest friends to cheer on the Cougars and be a part of this great campus tradition. A BYU education is a life-changing experience. As students, we're blessed to be a part of this great school and to share in the traditions of Brigham Young University. We'll never forget our time here as we carry the spirit of the Y throughout our lives.
I invite you to be part of this distinctive community where you can find your way, pursue your dreams, live your faith, and prepare to contribute to the world around you. Welcome to Brigham Young University.
Be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest. There's
afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Caden Field on the campus of the University of Texas at Austin. To honor America, please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Our flag is located in the south end of the field.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. We're on campus of University of Texas at Austin. This neutral field site will have your number 7 ranked BYU Cougars against the number 13 ranked Florida State Seminoles out of Tallahassee, Florida. Beautiful day here in Texas generally on the drive up on US 71 West. All of the bluebonnets are in bloom. ZZ Top says there's a lot of nice girls in the place I came from, LaGrange, Texas. I met kind of an older woman who scolded me for picking up a donut off the tray at the Marriott this morning. That's about the best I did. But we're about ready to get underway here. Cougars are out there for the lineup, starting in goal again this afternoon as Dallin, Hampshire had a fantastic game on Thursday against Texas. Hoping to duplicate that. The attack, the 3 All-Americans, number 22, Winston Farley, number 25, Harry Waddups, and number 16, Chandler Westcott. Cougars going to face some challenges today on the defense. Leading scorer for the Seminoles is a young attackman by the name of Reed Smith, a freshman. 25 points in the year. Hardy Waters will get that assignment here initially. And we'll see how Artie makes out there on that first assignment. Dylan Loudermilk out there for Florida State, number 14, Jack Varvel for the Cougars. And we're about to get underway here. Number 7, BYU versus number 13, Florida State. And Varvel pushes that forward, gets the initial pickup, but can't hang on. Florida State comes up with the ball. And that'll be a push on BYU, so Florida State will start their clear. And Florida State gets it to X now to start their offense. They want to get a touch here on all players. Get some of the jitters out. And 6 starts his dodge down the line. Reverses, try to get to the weak side, and here comes Reed, shot, and that's a goalie save. Dallin Hampshire with the ball, going to clear for the Cougars. So Reed gets his first opportunity, does not connect. And the Cougars will clear. Long pole's working the sideline here, looking for an opportunity. Dallin goes midfield, gets it to Severson. Severson's got numbers here, but he'll hold it up and send it behind. Cougars getting a change of midfield here. And Zach Labrum now on the field for the Cougars. Connor Bernal starts his dodge down the alley, looks inside, doesn't see anything, gets it to him. And here's Stevenson shooting, and a goal! So BYU starts the scoring here on a quick goal by Chris Severson, the assist by number 25, Harry Waddups. Loudermilk out there now again for FSU. Varvel to do the duty for the Cougars. FSU got the initial face-off. And Loudermilk comes up with it again. Heads down the line, decides to get rid of it. Ball goes behind. Florida State getting a change of midfield here, getting their offensive middies on the field. Ball behind at X. Jared Cotter on the defense for BYU. Nice job there by Waters pushing the attackman out. Midfielder trying to dodge from up top. Shot, and that's over the top of the goal. And FSU retained possession. Dodge from behind. Stick is not clear inside. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cougar ball. So FSU unsuccessful on their first 2 offensive possessions. And the Cougars will be clearing. Chase Paulson with the ball. Sends it over to the goalie, Dallin Hampshire. And Cotter looks to step up. That's Artie Waters, I should say. He does a one-man clear. Looks at the goal. Shot. And just hits the goalie. Touched the net and bounced away. BYU retains possession. And ball goes up top to... there's a nice take there by number 7, Connor Bernal. And BYU is going to start their ride. They get the ball back. And the ball goes to X to number 16, Chandler Westcott. So BYU has all their first-team midfielders on the field now. And it goes up to the captain, Tanner Johnson. Johnson starts his run. He's got a stick clear, shot, and a goal. So Johnson just takes 1 step to the left, 2 steps to the goal, and lets it go. Gets the goal through the 5-hole on the goalie. And BYU will take an early 2-0 lead here on the Seminoles. Florida State going to stick with Loudermilk. BYU sticks with Varvel. BYU has lost the first two initial face-offs here. And Loudermilk gets it initially and then picks it back up. Nice job by Dylan Loudermilk. 3 straight face-offs for FSU. And Florida State will change out their midfield line. Reed with the ball shot, and that's wide. And FSU will start their offense again. Ball hits the post and bounds away, picked up by a midfielder for BYU, and Dallin Hampshire now starts to clear. Levi Smith with the ball, looking for help, goes over the midfield line, pops it over to Severson, and BYU clears. Farley over to Westcott. Now over to Harry Waddups. Connor Bernal wants the ball. The transfer from Marquette goes down the line. Stick is open. He's going to go through, though. Back up to Johnson. Johnson gets in. And he scores. So Tanner Johnson with his second goal here early in the game, as BYU will take a 3-0 lead now. And FSU is going to call a quick timeout here. And we'll go to a break. We'll be back right back with you here in just a moment. Our score, 3-0 BYU in the lead, 9:44 left in the first period of play.
Tom, will you just log in on my phone so I can do it from mine so I don't have to keep bothering you for yours?
Well, you don't have data though, right?
I do. I got it. Mine reset.
Oh, okay. Oh, it'll be easier because I can't.
I just don't want to bother you when you're on the broadcast.
No. It's okay. I'll get you to where you need to be. FSU.
Chelsea.
Well, I already gave them half our water. Well, I can look.
No, for the refs.
Thank you.
Can we do this one?
That's.
Let me see if I have any more.
It's the defense that are coming off.
Private water bottle.
Keep it up.
All right, Loudermilk back out there for FSU. They're going to continue with him, obviously. He's won the first 3 faceoffs. And BYU has made a change with Tyler Clancy. And FSU will get their 4th in a row. Florida State gets their fresh midfield out there. And everybody getting a touch here on FSU. And it looks like Reed Smith is going to go to the crease now. Start it up. Pushes out the midfielder. Good job by Chase Paulson. Ball's up top now to Smith. Into the middle. He'll start his run. Stick was free and is goal by number 6 for FSU. That's Josh Marmetska. And they'll make our score 3-1 with BYU in the lead. BYU here struggling to find an answer for Loudermilk. I tried Tyler Clancy. I'm going to go back to Varvel now and see if they can get one here. And Varvel flips it back, and that's BYU's first face-off win of this early game here. Ball in the stick of number 44, Connor Williams, junior out of Hereford, Maryland. Hereford High School in Moncton, Maryland, I should say. And Tanner Johnson's out there now for BYU. And over the line comes Varvel, and in goes number 17, Zach Labrum, the team captain.
Good job, Jack. Hey, Jack, leave that here. You can drink it.
Ball up top now to Severson. He'll look inside to Labrum. Labrum steps across, shot, and that's high. Good shot by Labrum. And Farley will pick that up and start the offense for BYU. Johnson with 2 goals already this afternoon. Labrum sticking the left hand, gets it behind to Farley. Farley to, and it was a nice pass into Johnson, but just didn't get there. BYU. It's an offsides call against BYU as they tried to prevent the ball from going over the midfield line for over and back, so it'll be FSU ball. Reed now with the ball. Reed Smith. He's got control of the ball now. The long pole, Zach Burbridge is on him. There's a pick that he runs through. Reed tries to go right and decides to get some help. Ball now at X. Jared Cotter on the defense, trying to keep him out, and the ball goes high, and it's either going to go over. Yeah, it goes over, and that'll be BYU ball. Over and back. Michael Perry picks it up for BYU and goes behind to Farley. BYU getting their offensive middies back on the field. And Severson now over to Michael Perry. Severson at the restraining line starts his dodge down the alley, looks inside, nothing there, gets rid of it. Up to Farley, now over to Labrum in the middle of the field to 16. Check that, number 25, Harry Wattups inside. Tried to get it inside to Bernal, but pass just didn't get there. FSU will start their clear. Boy, they've got some good numbers here if they can finish this. Reed with the shot and the goal. Reed Smith on the 4-on-3 converts for FSU now, and score now 3-2 with BYU in the lead with 5:43 remaining in the first period of play. So that pass into the crease was not able to be handled by Bernal, and FSU turned it into a fast break and quickly get on the board here. Now our score 3-2, BYU with a 1-goal lead. Varvel fighting against Loudermilk. Ball still down, and Varvel comes up with his first win here. Second win, I should say. Throws it away to Perry. And they're going to call a push here on Harry Wattups.
When you need water, there's a bottle.
And BYU coaching staff complaining that they restarted the ball on the opposite side of the midline. From where the ball was actually knocked out of the player's stick and he was pushed. But nonetheless, FSU is on offense now, moving the ball nicely. Bobby Meinholm in defense there, gets his stick into the hands of the shooter. Ball goes high. And FSU will reload here. Got a misplay here. Oh, that was just a miscommunication behind the net on the part of the BYU defense. Both long poles went with the same attackman, and once the ball was passed, he was wide open for an easy goal. So 3-3 is our score here. All tied up with 4:44 remaining in the first period. Tyler Clancy out there again for BYU. He'll go against Loudermilk. BYU has won the last two face-offs, both with Varvel. So they're going to give Varvel a blow and put Tyler Clancy out there, the freshman from Beaufort, South Carolina. Pushes it forward. Looking for help. Gets it from number 19, Michael Perry. Ball at X now. BYU changing their midfielders out. Perry sends it up to Bernal. Now to 16, Westcott. He'll start a run. Does a replacement with Farley. He's at X. And ball ends up back with Bernal. Bernal's going to try the alley here. Goes inside. Retreats. And he'll start a re-dodge. No, sends it back. Westcott starts a dodge from X. Inside to 19. Perry can't handle it. And FSU's got the ball. They'll start their clear. The FSU midfielder, defensive midfielder, is forced out of bounds. It's BYU ball. They'll start on their own offensive end of the field. Ball with Bernal now. Starts his dodge. Sends it behind. Farley to Wattups. Now up to Labrum. And back to Johnson. Johnson 2 goals here today. He's doubled. Gets rid of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. So BYU struggling of late with their offense. And Florida State will clear. And FSU scores on the open net as a 10-man ride fails for BYU. Looks like they had their 10-man clear pretty much mapped out for this game, and that was an easy goal for Florida State as they take the lead now 4-3, 2:48 remaining in the second period. First period. Varvel back out there now for the Cougars. Loudermilk struggling here the last 3 or 4 face-offs, so lost them all after getting the first 4 initially. And Varvel pops it forward. Ball still down. Varvel comes up with it, finds help, gets it from Perry, shot, and that's wide. And BYU will retain possession. Severson up top now. Over to Westcott, back up top. Top to Michael Perry. Now to Severson. Starts his run. Into the crease. And the goalie intercepts that. And Bernal almost picked it off on the pass out of the crease. Double team, ball's down. And ball's down again. Burbage trying to pick that up for BYU. So that's going to be a push on Burbage. And it'll be Florida State possession now. Push. No possession, no penalty. Jared Cotter on the defense on the midi or the attackman at X. Now up top to the restraining line. Good ball movement here by the Seminoles. Everybody getting a touch. And they're going to start their offense. Oh, and another goal. Oh, the ball almost went in. Saw movement on the net, but it actually hit the back of the net. But BYU is close to the ball, so they'll start to clear. Ball with Jared Cotter, middle of the field. Tried to get it to Smith. Ball's down. The long pole's got it for Florida State, and they clear. Numbers for Florida State if they hurry. And Florida State player is hit as soon as he receives the ball. I'm going to call a penalty on that one. BYU will be man down here. 47 seconds remaining in the first quarter. So Jay Cougars with the cross check will be a 1-minute penalty, so they'll run out the period here on this penalty, and then they'll start it up again in the second period of play. Florida State running a 1-4-1 here. And now they'll make it a 2-2-1. And up top to the weak side, shot is coming, and a nice save by Dallin Hampshire. His ball bounds away. Florida State gets the ball to X. Now up top, looking for a shooter. Don't get one. And they're going to hold the ball here, so there's no face-off in the second quarter. And that'll be it. So our score here, 4-3 with Florida State in the lead. We'll take a break here, and we'll be right back with you for the second period of play.
Cougar lies in wait, ready to spring. One moment, calm, reposed. The next, dialed in. A single focus, a single mind, to come away with the prize. So is the life of a Cougar. Ever on alert, always on the prowl. We are Cougar Nation, seizing the day.
Okay, we're back with you here at the beginning of the second period. The officials have just talked to both coaches, and there will be a mandatory timeout on the first dead ball after the 8-minute mark. The reason being that we're now approaching 80 degrees here and about 80% humidity. So in order to avoid dehydration, they're going to call that penalty. But in the meantime, Florida State's going to score here on that man up now, and they'll go up 5-3 here right at the beginning of the second quarter. Hey, Mark, increase the score. Barvell versus Loudermilk. Ball's out. Loudermilk's got it, knocks it away, pops it up again, and it's a free ball now. And it'll go out of bounds off White, and it'll be blue ball. BYU with possession. Ball goes to Wattops behind. Now to Michael Perry. BYU will get their middies on. Labrum. Now to Connor Bernal. Back up to Labrum. Scott Wheeling there at the restraining line. And up top now to Michael Perry. He'll start his run. Double team, back to Labrum. Inside to Bernal. And a shot. And hits the pipe and bounds away. Bernal's got it. Chandler Westcott at X. He's got a long pole. Gets help from Severson up top. Severson inside, shot, and that's just wide as Westcott's there to back up. Westcott to Labrum at X. Trying to set a pick for him. He's got a long pole. Steps through it. Question mark shot. And a save by the goalie. Picked up again by BYU. Nobody's taking care of Chandler Westcott, and he'll score. And some confusion there on the part of the Florida State defense. And Chandler Westcott takes advantage and puts it right in. 5-4 our score now with Florida State in the lead. 12:57 remaining in the second period to play. And with the last face-off loss, BYU will put Tyler Clancy out there for the Cougars. And Florida State will stay with Loudermilk. Clancy trying to get leverage. Pops it out. Ball's out. And Connor Williams has got it. It's triple team. Loses the ball. And BYU stops the temporary confusion there, and FSU will start up their offense. Match feet there on the BYU substitution.
Hey, good hustle, good win, kid.
FSU being very deliberate on their offense here. They want to have a good set. And they'll start their offense from the side. Tries to sneak in for a shot. Oh, and the attackman's open, but there's recovery there by BYU. Connor Williams on the defense for BYU. The attackman's double behind. Ball is taken away.
Great slide, Levi.
And I'll call a hold on BYU there. I'm not sure that the coaching staff for BYU agrees with that, but nonetheless, it'll be FSU ball. Reed Smith gets it up top. And 6-star Chizeron drops the ball. Hogarth's after it. Pops it over. Longstick's got it for FSU. He's offsides. They call it, and the ball goes to BYU. So the long pole not thinking. Steps over the midfield line, and then ref's got the offsides automatically there. Inside to Bernal. Thinks the better of it and pulls it out. Behind to Westcott. Now to Perry. BYU's got their first team midfield out there. The two captains, Tanner Johnson and Zach Labram. Johnson looking inside, gets through, gets knocked over. Ball's down. FSU's got the ball. Flag goes down on that defensive series for BYU, and BYU be man down here.
We don't have a 67.
So Zach Laban with the penalty there on that clear. FSU will be man up here for 1 minute. 10-4 or 5-4 still our score here.
Okay, I'd rather have
Got Smith at the point, and they're going to try to get this ball on the weak side. It's at the weak side now. Now in the middle. Here's a shot and a goal. So an assist to number 2, Davis Craner, and the assist goes to number 24, Reed Smith.
That's my bad. I should be screaming out Delta there.
6-4 our score, exactly 10 minutes remaining in the second period. Tyler Clancy will be out there one more time for the Cougars. And a change from FSU as they go with number 50, Maxwell Adams. They're going to give Loudermilk a breather here. Clancy's got the ball. Trying to get through. Drops the ball. Pops it up. And still a struggle out there. Scrum on the ball. Nobody's got it yet. Ball still down. And FSU still having difficulty with it. Flag down and a goal.
That's a goal. That's a blown dead.
Ball was in the goal before the whistle was blown. Some question as to whether the ball was dead or not. Flag went down. BYU picked the ball up in front of the crease and put it in. Chandler Westcott with the goal. We're just waiting for a ruling from the officials whether the goal is going to count or not. And here's the official approaching the bench here.
Hang on, there was two. There absolutely was one. We had multiple penalties, 2 penalties. body check. That's a 2-minute foul. That's a 2-minute foul. Then we have a dead ball conduct, right? 16 blue. He'll serve 30 seconds.
Are you
white
kidding
ball.
me? That's ridiculous.
No, it was just no. It's just a question, but it is 2 minutes. Not a reason, right?
So we got two penalties. The FSU penalty is going to be 2 minute, not full-time serve. It is a releasable penalty, and Chandler Westcott is going to get an unsportsmanlike 30-second. So BYU eventually will be man up for a minute and a half.
Okay, I can't get rid of that 25, so it's a 30.
So FSU will start with the ball here. And it's all even, 5-5, for the first 30 seconds of this penalty.
Hey, Chan, that was a little ridiculous. Don't let it get to you.
Five, four, three, two, one.
Okay, so the penalty for BYU is released. So BYU is man up. So they'll make an attempt here to double the ball, try to take it away from SFU and bring the ball downfield. And the FSU player steps out of bounds, so BYU successful on that double. And they'll be man up here as they'll have opportunity to clear the ball. Jay Cougars takes it over.
Are you kidding me?
And an obvious officiating mistake. The official thought BYU was offsides. They definitely were not. They had 3 men and a goalie on the defensive side of the field. So they're going to double the ball again, try to get it back. Ball goes down. Artie Walters has got it, sends it up to number 31, Riley Christensen. He looks for help, gets it from Chandler Westcott. Shot by number 22. And BYU takes a timeout here. Apparently, if the ball had gone in, that would not have been a goal. But we'll take a break here. BYU has possession. Our score 6, FSU 6, BYU 4, 8:01 remaining in the second period.
So, Mark, first dead ball after this. Well, we got a dead ball now.
No timeouts, and it's blue ball. They both have their timeouts, and it's blue ball. Zoom it. Step out. Thank you, sorry. Get your breath. Yeah, one. They have one. Hey, they have one left. You have 2. Right now. No, we're there. We just did it. That's the official timeout. So don't write in the book. All helps. Here we go. Here, you can start. Hey, Green, release on that side, outside.
So a great opportunity to put some pressure on FSU's defense here at the end of the second period, but it all goes for naught as FSU's got possession. So FSU's going to call a timeout here. Probably a good move on their part. Minute 18 remaining in the half. And BYU has put out a pressing defense out there, and FSU decided they want to talk it over before they start their offensive set again. So we'll take a timeout here. We'll be right back with you. What's that? Who's a ref?
Be that guy to call that one in a tie ball game. Oh man!
Which one?
Yeah, the timeout above the restraining line.
He does it all. Plays midi, plays attack, plays long pole on man down. All right, we're all even here. FSU with the ball. We got a minute left. They want to get a good shot here before the end of the period.
1 minute.
They've got a specific call, obviously, offensive call for this last minute of play. Connor Williams on defense. They want to get it to Reed. It looks like they're trying to get it to Reed Smith. And he'll start with the ball as he remains up top. They want to get it to him quick as they can. Oh, and there's a weak side pass. A bad pass, ball's down. Another bad pass. BYU had an opportunity. And now the ball's in Reed's possession. Reed Smith looking inside, dodges, and a goal. This kid can do it all. So with 18 seconds left, Reed Smith puts FSU up by 1, 7-6. I don't know where they found this kid, but he can play midfield, he can play attack. He is out there with the long pole on man down defense. Very versatile player. "18 seconds left. Varvel versus Loudermilk. Varvel looks like he's got position. Pushes it forward. Got it. Looking for help. Shoots. Oh, and a stick saved by the goalie. 6 seconds left. FSU coming down. Inside. Shot. And that's high as the whistle blows. So Jack Varvel was robbed there on that one on the stick save with the leg by the FSU goalie. So at the end of one half of play, our score, FSU 7, BYU 6. We'll be back with you in 10 minutes. Stay tuned.
Just be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
I've never been one for college pride. Always busy with my friends, Ben and Jerry. But I've been forced out for the night. Roomies love this game, but I think it's so lame. And everyone's like, go team, score big. Come on, ref, what was that? Field goals, fight songs, where we get that stuff, cat, I don't care. These fans are living on hyped up dreams, but everybody's like hot dogs, kickoffs, cheering while the rain pours, hard hits, timeouts. Why we playing Star Wars? I don't care. Maybe I'll go steal that old guy's chair. I guess I'll always be Cougars. Cougars. Blue ones chewing their blood. This kind of swag just ain't for us. I just don't get all of this fuss. Get me home to my snuggie. Snuggie. You can call me QB, 'cause baby I'll rush home to watch Downton Abbey. Fourth and goal and I start to sweat. Can't stop gripping the edge of my soft new chair. Then we score and my heart soars. Where's this coming from? This isn't like me. But count me in like Goku's handoff. See a running back fly, touchdown George Q. Look, we made that dude cry, we don't care. We're crushing D-lines and their dreams. And then my heart's like Bronco, Cosmo, Jimmer is my hero. Wrong sport, my bad, I'm still new at this, bro, we don't care. What other sport could possibly compare? 'Cause we'll always be Cougars. Cougars. Blue and chewing our blood. Light up that wide just for us. I finally get all of this fuss. Tradition, spirit, and honor. Honor. You can call me QB, 'cause baby I'll rush into football vanity.
The cougar lies in wait, ready to spring. One moment, calm, reposed. The next, dialed in. A single focus, a single mind, to come away with the prize. So is the life of a cougar. Ever on alert, always on the prowl. We are Cougar Nation, seizing the day.
This is On Your Feet with Stephen Jones. Today we're going to look at some of the BYU defense and see how hard they can hit it. Now I know that football is a lot of hard work, but it sure does look like they have a lot of fun out there hitting people.
make sure you stay hydrated.
On your feet, people! On your feet! On your feet! On your feet! Yeah! On your feet, people! On your feet! On your feet!
Score with Florida State in the lead. Florida State has won 5 games in a row since that initial opening game blowout loss to South Carolina. South Carolina now in the top 10, as they should be, undefeated. But Florida State has intentions of winning this game and their game tomorrow against Texas.
Thank you.
So we'll begin the second half of play here just as we started the first, as Loudermilk steps on the field for Florida State. Jack Varvell for the Cougars. Cougars have had some success here in the latter part of the second half of the game with face-off. Florida dominated the first 4 face-offs here. So clamp, got withholding on Florida State, and Varvell will take the ball into the offensive zone for BYU. And Varvell gets it to Westcott. Now the ball's behind. BYU will get their midi change.
No.
Back to Westcott again on the right side. Goes behind to Waddups. Michael Perry on the right side. Brandon Royce out there now for BYU. BYU wants to get some fresh bodies out here the second half. Waddup's up to Royce. Back to Brandon Royce now. He'll start his dodge down the alley. He's got a step, steps inside, decides to get rid of it. Top to Perry. He'll run the alley. Up top in the middle of Bernal. Shot and a goal! Connor Bernal! BYU want to get a good first offensive series here, and they get that from Bernal. The transfer from Marquette on the feed from Michael Perry. So that'll tie the score here 7-7, 13-43 remaining in the third period of play. So we're going to get another change here, both FSU and BYU on the faceoff. Clancy versus Adams. And I think they're going to probably try to alternate faceoff to faceoff simply because of all the heat that's out here this afternoon. Tyler Clancy gets this one. Chase Paulson's got the ball for BYU.
What's up, Clang? Sorry, bud.
Tanner Johnson with the ball now over to Westcott. He's in the middle of the field. Back to Johnson. He drops the ball. Great crossfield pass by FSU as they clear. Get their first media line out there and they'll start their attack. Run Smith out there now. Up top, ball's down. And a nice job by Chase Paulson. Runs right through the ball. It's exactly what you want to do, you young players. Run through that ball and you'll pick it up and beat everybody to the goal. Shot and that's wide. Nice job by Chase Paulson. Got the ball and deserved to take that shot.
Hey, great take, Chico.
Midfielders coming off now. More fresh bodies. Sam Moody now, the sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada out there on the first line with Labrum. Moody over to Labrum now from Westcott. Pushing on the long pole, nothing there. He pulls it out. Goes weak side to Sam Moody. Sam's got a great shot if he gets an opportunity. He's got a good opportunity to handle the ball there. Tanner Johnson's struggling here in the second half, hanging onto the ball and dodging and shooting. Labrum at GLE. Goes behind, way up top to Michael Perry. Perry handles. He's got a long stick. He's going to get rid of this one. That'll go back to Waddup's. And now back up top to Chandler Westcott. He's got a long pole. Looks inside. Shot and a goal! Chandler Westcott took about a 12-footer, had a long pole on him, but got through, got a stick clear. And BYU will take the lead here with 10 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in the third period. BYU has not had the lead for most of the latter part of the second period of play. And finally regained the lead as Jack Varvel is out there now, and Florida State does not put out Loudermilk. They put out Adams again. I think he's got enough rest that maybe they need. Now Varvel comes up with it. Another win for BYU. Varvel's got a long pole. I don't know why he tried to go in with that. He had a triple team. Now Florida State's going to clear the ball. Ill-advised. And Varvel hears it from Coach Schneck as he was triple team and had no business taking that down the alley with no help. Florida State being very deliberate. Everybody getting a touch here. Pick is set. They run through it. Good switch by BYU. He's got to stick clear. He'll go in, shoot, and nice save by number 15, Dallin Hampshire. And Florida State will reset here. Dodge from behind, up top, shot number 10. Goalie save, an easy one for Hampshire. And BYU will start their clear. Jake Hogard loses the ball on the clear. FSU's got it. They've got numbers. Shot and another save by Hampshire. They'll get it to Connor Williams. FSU scrambling to get back. And Connor Williams, the junior with lots of experience, knows to slow it down. And BYU will get a midfield change and get their offensive middies on the field. Waddup gets it up top to number 24, Brandon Royce. Now over to Bernal. Bernal dodges. Looking up top, weak side shot, and that's just wide. Good look by Chandler Westcott to find Severson. Severson just couldn't connect on that one. Westcott up top. Royce trying to shoot before he had the ball. Gets the possession back. Waddup's behind to Westcott. Back to Waddup's. Waddup's trying to dodge. Double team. Sends it back. They've got time. Oh, and not much of a shot from Connor Bernal. Goalie makes the popcorn save there. FSU clearing now. See how much pressure BYU's going to put on them. And they get it cleared in the middle of the field. And that's a great save by Dallin Hampshire. He was out of the goal and finally got back in there and made the save. So Dallin Hampshire doing double duty on 10-man ride and saving the ball. Now to Jared Cotter. He's looking up. And Cotter brings over midfield. Looks for an attackman. Gets it to him. Westcott waiting for a midi change here. Sam Moody, Bernal, and Labrum. Now the midfield line for BYU. So a little bit of a change up here. Trying to get fresh legs in the second half at all times for the Cougars. Bernal, Labrum. And Labrum's going to come off and Tanner Johnson's going to come on. Michael Perry at GLE sends it up top. Chandler Westcott at the restraining line. He looks in. Shot, and that's wide. Not a bad shot. He took it left-handed, which isn't necessarily the best way to do it when you're dodging down the left side, but fairly close to a strike. Waddups. Waddups has not had much of an opportunity to shoot here today, even on man up. All right, here's Michael Perry. He'll go through the Shaw, and a shot by Perry goes in. It wasn't much of a dodge. He kind of started a strong dodge and then backed off and just kind of placed it in the net. So BYU now with 6:04 remaining in the third period take a 2-point lead, 9-7. FSU now has a long pole out on the faceoff. Number 20 will face off with the long pole. And Tyler Clancy out there for the Cougars. Clancy pops it. It's going to be easy retrieve for number 44, Connor Williams. Williams will go over the line, looking for help from the attack. Gets it behind to Westcott. Check that to Perry. Now to Wattups. Up top to Brandon Royce. Brandon Royce doing some great duty here with the first line. An opportunity to shoot a little bit earlier, just didn't have the ball in his net before he shot. Royce cross field to Severson. Severson with a couple of goals here this afternoon. He'll look inside shot and a goalie save. FSU will clear. BYU chasing. Ball still in the stick of the FSU player. Now it's loose. Severson with the ball. He's looking downfield. Nobody there. So he'll slow it down. Bernal now with the ball. He's got a shorty. And Farley now has a short stick, and this is going to be an easy dodge run for him. Decides to back off it, gets it behind. Royce, shot, gets pushed in the crease, no call. Some debate about whether he was pushed or not. So they're going to call no push. It's going to be FSU ball. Matchneck giving the officials his opinion to no avail. And Florida State sends a. Here comes Smith. Score. Easy one. So FSU does the full field pass, gets it to Reed Smith, and he scores. So that'll make it a 1-point game here, 8-9. As BYU felt strongly that Royce got pushed into the crease. Should not have been a turnover. Should have been BYU ball, and FSU converts it to a full field. Conduct foul against the bench, and it'll be Florida State ball. So Florida State with a man-up opportunity here, have an opportunity to tie the game with 4:26 remaining in the third period. And they've got Reed Smith behind. He'll take the ball. And trying to get touches here. Dodge up top by number 2. He'll unload. Back to Reed Smith. Back up top to the restraining line. Now at GLE. Pick set. They slide through. Connor Williams on the defense. Got a shorty behind. Trying to dodge through. Williams is there. Florida State taking their time, trying to get this game tied up again.
Hang tight, D.
10 versus 10, Artie Walters on the. He falls down. Oh, and the ball gets knocked away. Florida State may get to this ball, they may not. The ball goes out of bounds, be BYU ball.
Good job, Harry.
So the pass up top goes through. Cougar ball. Got flags all over the place, not giving 5 yards to the offensive player.
Hey, great job, D. Good job, Hoagie.
Ball goes over to Perry, back behind now to Winston Farley. Sam Moody still out there with the first line. Usually they want him to shoot that left-handed shot. He's got a stick clear. Oh, and a nice pass over to number 25, Harry Waters. Finally gets a shot here in this game, but is unable to connect. So, Cougars are going to go man up now. 2:26 remaining in the third period. FSU still with a 1-point lead, or BYU with a 1-point lead. 9-8 our score. So Reed Smith out there again with the long pole. He does it all for these Seminoles. 25 points on the year, plays defense. I'm waiting for him to face off, actually. All right, Stevenson with the ball. Waddups, shot 16, Chandler Westcott, that's wide. Scares the heck out of a little boy over by the fence. Ball comes back in with Farley.
10.
Farley, Severson. Here's the shot by Johnson. The goalie save, bounds away, and almost goes in. And what are they calling? Crease violation, BYU? FSU ball. And that ball's high. It's going to go over to the attackman, though. He's waiting for it. He's running across field, trying to find help. Gets it. So Florida State will settle it here. Minute 40 seconds remaining in the third period. Florida State trying to get a good ball rotation here. BYU defense adjusting well. Trying to hang up Bobby Meinholm there, but sticks with it. Alley dodge doesn't work. And they'll try it again. Meinholm on the defense against number 6. Inside shot, and that's wide. Another shot, and that's a goal. So the initial save was made. Ball kicks to the side by GLE, and Florida State picks it up, puts it in. It's all tied up. 50 seconds left in the third period. 9-9's our score.
Hey, Stout, throw me that water bottle.
Loudermilk facing off of Florida State. Varvel gets the clamp, pushes it forward, runs through the ball, can't hang on. Long pole trying to get it for BYU. Still a scrum, kicks out. The long pole for FSU's got it. Looks upfield. And he'll bring it over the midfield line. Dumps it off to the attack, and 30 seconds left in the period.
Let's go, team! Let's go, team! Mark up, mark up! Come on, Jack, come on, Jack! Bobby, behind you, Bobby!
Good defense, inside shot. And that's a goalie save by Dallin Hampshire. 10 seconds left. Gilman clears it. And Farley's going to be unable to get it. So go back to FSU. There's 1 second left.
1 second!
And that's the end of 3 periods of play. 9-9 our score. 1 more period to play. Right now with the humidity and the heat, it's just going to be who's better in the weight room this last 4th quarter. So we'll be right back with you for that. Stay tuned. All right, 15 minutes left in this game. I think the winner's going to be the team that did the most work in the weight room this fall. 88 degrees here, about 90% humidity. BYU has the advantage playing at 5,000 feet. May give them some advantage, but Florida State used to this humidity as well, so it's even. Connor Williams with possession finally for BYU. Cross field, shot. Oh, and a nice shot by number 25, Harry Wattis. Finally got that angle shot he likes to take, just shot high. Inside to Williams, can't handle it, ball bounds away. FSU's got it. Florida State clearing now. Doesn't see the midfield behind him. Sends it downfield into Westcott. Westcott looking at the goal. Thinks better of it and turns away. All right, so Westcott at X now as BYU gets their midfield change. Double team, turns back in. Up to 19 Perry. Perry steps away, he'll start the offense. Now to Bernal. Brandon Roy still on the field. 25, Sam Moody on the field. Roy starts his dodge down the left side, looks inside, shot. Oh, and Wattups had a great opportunity, just missed it. 2 shots by Harry Wada, both of them went wide. Very uncommon for Harry, but BYU still has possession. Bernal now. He's got a short stick. He runs it down, double team, gets rid of it to Chandler. Westcott now, number 8 Stevenson looking for the feet, and they can't handle it. He gets double team, his hands get knocked, and the ball goes out of bounds. Seminole ball now, they'll be clearing. It's a long, long pass, stays in bounds. There goes Smith as Florida State takes the lead. There's a hold call on that play. It's wiped out by the goal. Goal will stand. Number 50, Adams, out there to face off for FSU. Varvell's going to stay out there for the Cougars. And Varvell gets the clamp initially, but ball's still down. No control. FSU trying to pick it up. Can't. Ball's still out, and here comes the FSU. Mitty can handle it. And finally does. Sends it back behind. He's off. Inside. Here's a shot coming from FSU. Oh, and he can't handle it. Ball's down. Now to Westcott. He'll settle it for BYU. 12 minutes left in the game. Florida State with a 1-point lead.
Good job, Asher.
35 Moody with the ball now. Ball's at GLE with Michael Perry. Now at X with Farley. Everybody getting a touch here for BYU. Very deliberate. Tanner Johnson starts his run. And that's wide. It'd be backed up by the Cougars. Sam Moody starts his run, steps inside. Oh, and the ball hits the post and bounds away as Farley had a great opportunity to score there. Farley's got possession. Westcott. Top to Johnson. Now back to Sam Moody. Sam goes left. Here comes the shot, and that's wide. Chandler Westcott's got it. Now Perry, and that's wide. So BYU peppering the goalie here, just not able to connect. And they'll retain possession. Westcott, question mark. Retreats, he's got a long pole. Back up top. Moody cross field to Michael Perry. Perry at the restraining line. He's got a long pole, steps right, goes left, shot. Ball's knocked away. We're going to call that a shot and be BYU ball. Labrum behind. He's got a long pole trying to step through. Keeps going. Turns back in. Back behind. Up top to Farley. Farley's got a shorty. This is what they want here. He gets his stick clear. Shot. And the goalie got a piece of it. Either got a piece of it or hit the post. But Farley backs it up, and they'll reset here. Severson trying to beat his man in, but long pole recovers. Perry with a long pole. Ball's knocked away. Labrum's going to be there with that. They've got numbers here. They look inside. Here's the shot by Moody. That's wide. Boy, Sam Moody's had a couple of nice opportunities here. Just has not connected. They're going to pull Sam Moody and put another midi in there. Try to get his stick to come correct here. Bernal out there now. He's on the restraining line with a midi. Shot. And goalie save, and FSU is clearing. Goes in the middle of the field. Pops away from the player. And ball goes back to BYU. Florida State has been on defense for a long time here. Labrum trying to get free on his shorty. Finally does and loses the ball. Ball's down. Long pole's got it. They've double teamed him. Ball's down. There's a whistle. Ball goes back to BYU on the board. Labrum's got it. Over to Perry. Perry's got a long pole. He's looking for somebody at the crease. Nobody there. Looks inside. And not much of an effort there, but there's a flag down. I think we're going to get a push here on FSU. Waiting for the official to come to the table. So a 30-second penalty on FSU. BYU will be man up for 30 seconds. I've got their man up. First man up team out there now with Severson, Farley, Bernal, Westcott, Wattups, and Johnson. So FSU is going to take a timeout here, make sure they've got the defense they want out there. We'll take a break as well. We'll be right back with you.
The cougar lies in wait, ready to spring. One moment, calm, reposed. The next, dialed in. A single focus, a single mind, to come away with the prize. So is the life of a cougar. Ever on alert, always on the prowl. We are Cougar Nation, seizing the day.
Who's our next game? Oregon? I don't know.
Let's go, Cougars! Hey! DJ! You're coming here on the turnover. Yeah, oh, let's go, oh!
Oregon. That's enough.
Is that Saturday?
Yeah.
8:22 remaining in the game. Florida State has a 1-point lead. BYU is man up. They've called a man up play. Severson with the shot. Ball goes out of bounds, hits the goalie in the head. He's Going to take a second here and make sure he's good. All right, so BYU's got the ball now on the right side. Still man up. A couple of seconds left in man up here. Severson, Waddups. He'll step up top. Severson inside to Johnson. Nice goal by Tanner Johnson. Tanner Johnson with the goal. He assists Chris Severson. 10-10's our score. 7 minutes, 57 seconds remaining. And this is the TV timeout we're going to take here. Make sure all the players are hydrated. We'll stop at 7:57. 10-10's the score. And this may be the last team with the ball is going to win. So stick around, everybody. Anticipating a dramatic end to this game here at the University of Texas here in Austin, Texas. He's trying to pull it out. He does. Pops it out to Chase Paulson. Paulson triple team, double team, triple team, and he gets through it all. Nice job by Chase Paulson. He'll get it to Farley, now behind the number 25, Harry Waddups. Chico Paulson comes out, and Sam Moody is in. And BYU is going to invert here with Chandler Westcott coming up top. And we'll go back down again, look behind, get it to Waddups inside to Farley. Gets a quick stick off. Had a little bit of an angle, not a great angle, but BYU will back that up and they'll restart here. Westcott's got a long pole. Pop fly to Winnie. Now up top. And Sam Moody's got a shorty. Let's see what he can do here. Tries to get through, can't. Decides to reset. Gets it to Johnson. Johnson with the shot and a goal. Boy, he snuck that one by the goalie. That goalie would want an opportunity to try that save again, but Tanner Johnson sneaks it through, and the BYU Cougars take the lead again. 6:31 remaining in the game. 11-10 our score with BYU in the lead. So FSU will send Adams out again. I think what they're trying to do is match weight for weight with Clancy.
Let's go, Clay!
Clancy's got a little bit lower center of gravity. That's why he's been able to get that clamp. Let's see if he can do that again. He's got the clamp, moves it forward. He's got to get the pickup. He does. He gets it over to Westcott, and they call timeout. So Tyler Clancy coming through for BYU on that clamp. Had trouble with the ball, and as soon as it got in the stick of Westcott, Coach Schneck called timeout. 6:29 remaining in the game. BYU with a 1-point lead. Line on the left side of the field. They've got a play called. They know what they want to do here. Got Michael Perry up top. All. Back to Perry. Royce starts his dodge. No double team, but they'll get it behind anyway. Oh, and Michael Perry gets hung up and the ball's taken away from him. Long post got it. FSU's clearing. Got some numbers here, but they'll settle. Smart move on the part of FSU. They want to settle the ball, get their middies out there, and run their play set that they just called. On the right side now for FSU. He'll take it down behind. Gets it to X to Reed Smith. Smith's got a long pole. Down up top again. Florida State taking their time, making sure they've got the right play called. Switch there. Jared Cotter on the defense. Does a good job. And FSU will reset again. Trying to possibly get a dodge from behind. There's a switch there. Connor Williams is at X. There's a shot and a goalie save. Ball's in front. And Dallin Hampshire has got control of the ball. BYU defensive middies coming off, and BYU will walk the ball up. Look up top. A successful clear. Get it down to number 16 Westcott, and BYU will get a midi change. Waiting to get Severson on. Now he's on. BYU's got the midfield they want. sharp focus this last 3 minutes. Fatigue is going to get the best of Athletic. Westcott at GLE. Up top to Severson. Severson starts his dodge. Nothing there. Goes left, goes right, shot, and a goal! Chris Severson! So Severson goes left, reverses his field, goes right on the lead dodge, and puts it just at stick side low on that goalie. With 2 minutes, 52 seconds remaining, BYU takes a 2-point lead at 12-10.
Let's go! Let's go, Blue! Come on, Blue!
And this may be the most important face-off of the game. BYU is going to stay with Clancy. FSU is going to counter with Loudermilk. Clancy has a major weight advantage over Loudermilk, but Loudermilk a much quicker face-off man. We'll just see how this is going to play out here. Clancy's got the clamp, pops it out. Oh, but the FSU maybe picks it up. Stick is knocked away. Ball is on the ground. And there's no call, and Chase Chico Paulson's got the ball for BYU. So a clean win for FSU, but they lose the ball.
Hey, Artie, right here.
So BYU replacing their midfielders now. Ball with Bernal. Ball has already made it into the box, so BYU just taking their time here, making sure that they get the right play to the right person. Minute 56 remaining in the game. Bernal behind. He's at X now. Steps up. Long pole comes. He'll get rid of it. Good job by Bernal, killing time. Severson runs the alley. Over to Bernal. Back to Westcott. Steps in. It's nothing there. He steps out. He's going to lose the ball, though. And we're going to call that a withholding or a push there, and it'll be BYU ball. Westcott with the ball. Steps in, shot, and a goal. And that should wrap it up for the Cougars as they go up by 3. 13-10 is our score. There's a minute and 15 seconds remaining in the game. So that critical face-off there where Florida State had possession was taken away on the yard sale by Chase Peterson. Check that, Chase Paulson. And BYU takes a 3-point lead. Clancy against Adams here. Try to equalize the weight of the two players. Clamp is also made by Clancy again. Ball's going to pop out. And FSU had it and now lost it. Ball still down. And Riley Christensen's got it for BYU. He'll send it behind. And Dallin Hampshire will clear it for the Cougars. 56 seconds remaining. BYU into Labrum. Ball bounds away. Labrum trying to get the ball. Can't get it. Now got it. And he steps into the box. And that'll be a timeout by BYU. 52 seconds remaining. The Cougars with a 3-point lead. And we'll take a break here, and we'll bring you the final 42 seconds of this game in just a moment. Okay, 42 seconds remaining in the game. Chandler Westcott is doubled. He gets through. There's no goalie in the cage. He'll run out of it. Looking for help, gets it from the great stick handler, Harry Wattops. Now over to 7, Bernal. Goalie's on him. 18 seconds remaining. Bernal's got possession. Everybody's chasing him. They send it back to Labram. Now up top to 16, Westcott. 7 seconds remaining in the game. He gets doubled. Runs away from it. Playing without a stick. And that's it. So BYU comes away from this Texas trip with 3 wins. Texas A&M, Texas, and Florida State, the 13th ranked Seminoles. BYU struggled at the beginning of the game with faceoffs, but were much better towards the second period of play, and certainly this fourth quarter had dominated the faceoff with Tyler Clancy doing the job for the Cougars. Join us next Saturday when the Oregon Ducks will be in town. We'll have that for you live on BYULacrosse.tv. Until then, this is Tom Campbell for Jim Perry, our broadcast engineer. We'll see you next week in Provo. Good night, everybody.